The question is, what should we expect out of the new wingman, explosive wingman in KJ Martin that the Clippers acquired from Houston? Honestly, I don't know what we should expect from him. I mean, he's averaging about maybe 12 and 5 a game. He's a good athletic piece. Like I said, he's explosive. He can jump. He can he's definitely going to give the Clippers some highlights. I definitely think that, he's definitely somebody who will try to improve on defense simply because, he's a very physical type guy. He gets himself in foul trouble a bit at times with the games that I've seen, but he's very physical and he's definitely motivated on the defensive end. So that's a plus. But at the same time, he really can't stretch the floor and shoot. And that's what I think that's where it's going to draw the line with KJ Martin based upon how many minutes he's going to get and how effective he could be for the Clippers, based upon how many threes he could knock down the season and, how efficient he could be from beyond the arc. Because when you think about how today's game is, you've got to be able to space the floor. I mean, you can be a big man in this league, of course, and still not be able to space the floor or something like that. But his height, he's like a power forward / small forward. You see what I'm saying? So his jump shot needs to, improve a little bit. It's not the worst, but I mean, it needs to improve a little bit for him to be more effective for a team to help them win a championship. But I think he can, possibly come in and give him some productive minutes, get some rebounds. Fight on defense, be very, forceful, I should say, on defense. I mean, because he's really not a defensive guy, but I mean, he could be forceful on defense. And I'm not sure how Ty Lue will really use him because he doesn't even use pieces like Robert Covington, who would be a force on defense and somebody who may don't have the athleticism, of course, that KJ Martin has, but he can stretch the floor. He definitely adds value to what the Clippers are already good at, what they have, what they do. And, Ty Lue doesn't even play him. So, I mean, I'm really not sure with the skill set that KJ Martin has, how much playing time is he really going to get? And, whose minutes is he going to take? Because that's where it's going to draw the line. It's going to come down to that, too. He definitely shouldn't be able to take any of Terrence Mann's minutes away or, anybody else that comes into the game with like that type of, mentality that Terrence Mann has. I don't think nobody should. I think Terrence Mann should be secure is basically what I'm saying. Like the way Terrence Mann plays, no player that they acquire really should take Terrence Mann minutes away off the bench. He's just one of those players that you need to come in and give you that lift. So, like I said, I'm not even sure whether he start or not. I personally don't think he should start. I mean, I don't know, like where, you can put him in the place of like Marcus Morris, of course, something like that. But there again, he really can't stretch the floor like a Marcus Morris could or like a Rocco could. He can't and that's what it's all about with the Clippers because you have a dominant player in Kawhi who, has a lot of isolation, and Paul George has isolation moments as well. And it's like when they play with that style, you need people on the outside to knock down that shot. And KJ Martin's effectiveness there is really, it's going to be tested. It's going to be tested for real. So, like I said, I'm anticipating to see what he can bring. I don't really expect much out of him. Honestly, like I said, it's hard to really kind of generate a thought of what you would expect out of him because he only played like 2 or 3 seasons in the league. And he's played for the Houston Rockets, a team that wasn't playing for anything, a team that had no desire to make the playoffs, seemed like, in years, except now they got a new coach and it looks like they're on the rise of doing a lot of things, the way they putting together their roster. But, he's been on a team really that was an afterthought. And when you play on teams like that, you put up possibly sometime better numbers than what you would put up on a team that is a lot better. So, I mean, and where there's a lot more pressure applied to you to play better because this team has a winning mentality or this team has the opportunity to win a championship. So, we have to see, honestly, I mean, the trade for him getting KJ Martin didn't hurt the Clippers really any, in regards to getting him. So, I mean, it wasn't really a situation they might really regret in the long run. But, if they really expect something out of this kid, then, I mean, hopefully he lives up to expectation. But the good thing for him, as I always say, for any young player coming into the league or coming on this team with the Clippers, you have an opportunity to play with Kawhi and PG and practice with them and get better with the top players in the league. And, you got Russell Westbrook. He's still revered as a top player in the league. And, you got all that talent and wisdom around you and all that. The only thing that KJ Martin really needs to do is just, build and work on his craft and build every little thing he can, gain all the information he can from those players and somebody like a Ty Lue who's going to try to put him in position to be the best player he can be. But this team is out for a championship, and that's the only thing that the Clippers really should be personified by, whether they win a championship or not. And I don't know if pieces like KJ Martin is really going to help that cause, but like I said, he's a good additional piece. I just don't know if like what he's going to for me, he doesn't move the needle. You see what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that, for the Clippers. I just think the Clippers should be going after people, acquiring people who's really going to benefit them. Where like they got Eric Gordon last year in the this past season, the playoffs, along Mason Plumlee, Bones Highland. I feel like those trades, those acquisitions fit a little bit more than I think KJ Martin does. I mean, I feel like KJ Martin, I feel like he fits with the Clippers, but his opportunity of playing is going to be very slim because he doesn't bring nothing to the Clippers offensively, or he doesn't have like a specialty that he does where, he has to be put on the floor. You see what I'm saying? Like Norm Powell, he has a specialty. He's a off the bench 6-man a year lethal scorer. Terrence Mann comes off the bench with that. He brings that energy. He brings that effort. He brings that desire, that drive. You know what I'm saying? And it uplifts other players on the floor. We all know about Kawhi and PG and the rest of them. So, I mean, my point is, what is KJ Martin going to bring to the Clippers that they don't have? And what in his skill set is going to allow him to get substantial or a good amount of minutes on the floor over all the other pieces that they have? That's the question I have. So when that question is answered, when the season comes back and we see how, he's utilized and what his skill set, how his skill set applies to what the Clippers are doing, then we can go from there. But hey, leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think as always, and we'll talk about it.